Welcome back, everybody, and it's Tyler Vidiot for you, and we're getting back to this Baby Pac-Man. I've had this thing since 2009. I still have not fixed it. I'm not sure what's wrong with it, but the basic thing everybody says to do is redo all the headers and the pinball boards in the back. So that's something I've been working on. It's a real pain to do, but I'm going to get back to it. It's a blooming hot day out today. It's like 90+ degrees, so I figure this is no better time to do it than now. So let's talk about it a little bit here. Okay, so here's the Baby Pac-Man, and it's in really good shape. I got this, like I said, in 2009. Let's turn it on and let's see what happens. So that's what happens. The monitor actually does work to some extent. It definitely needs a cat kit in it. Got a wheel locked up here. There we go. So you can see it's on. It's just black screen right now. The pinball board, all the tests for the pinball part work. And if I go into test menu for the PCB, let's see, does that work? Press it a couple times, I can't remember. There we go. So you can see the monitor's working as well. Looks like crap. We got some looks like some glitches in it. So maybe I'm thinking that the Vidiot board in here, which is the video game part, has got some issues as well, because you shouldn't see these lines here going through the text. So there might be some ROM issues there. I'm not sure. But let's start with reflowing everything. Reflowing all the headers and replacing all the connectors. So let me bring this around here, show you this side. Alright. Okay, so let's lower this camera down. Alright, I'm going to turn this off because I don't need the power on here while I'm doing this. Okay, so down here you'll see these are connectors I've redone. It's got a brand new connector on it. I've not, I've not replaced the headers yet, so I've replaced this connector in the years I've had it, and I've done this connector. And while it's not that bad, it's just one of those things like you're not really looking forward to, especially when there's so many more on this board. Let's just take a look. You got this one here, 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 here. Let's count them actually. I've already done 2, but let's count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Did I count that one? 14, 15. 16, 17, 18. So there's quite a few on this board that need to be done, and it's just tedious work, and I'm not enthused about it. But let's get this done, because I am enthused about being able to play Baby Pac-Man. So let's just go over the boards here real quickly. This is the Vidiot board right here. This is the video game portion of Baby Pac-Man. This is a lamp driver and solenoid driver board. And this is the MCU board right here. Okay, this controls the logic of the pinball machine. This controls the video game. This drives all the lights and the solenoids on the pinball machine. And then on the inside, since we're looking down there, there is the transformer and then the rectifier board. And if you can see back here, right there, that. In that, someone's mounted remote bridge rectifiers on this system right here. I had the same thing with my Quicksilver. I ended up just buying a Great Plains. Yeah, I think it's something like that. Great Plains replacement rectifier board. If you look at my older videos, it's really nice board. Put it in, it worked great. This one here, the power is right, so I've tested the power. I got a good power all going through the system, even though it's really weirdly hacked up and stuff. So I'm not going to mess with that right yet. Right now I want to just work on the things that I know I need to do, like replace every single connector. Okay, so let's get set up for that. And I don't know, I don't think I should record every single one of these. I'm just going to do, you know, one of them and then, you know, stop there. And I have actually some old video of me doing the first two connectors. I don't know if it's worth it to dig that footage up. It's like 2 years old now. Yeah, so I'm on vacation. It's hot out. Let's get it done, right? Okay. Okay, so we're all set up. We've got the all the connectors here. And one thing I wanted to make note of is, as I was going through the kit, I noticed that I didn't have some connectors were not the right size. So it looks like this one here, which is J4 on the MCU, I'm going to have to cut this connector down. But after I matched everything up, this one's the right length, this one's the right length. I got the right length for these two here. Those are the smaller size headers on that one. And all three of these are the right size. And I've got one for this one here. I'm just not setting it there. Let's see here. Yeah, these are larger headers here. So this one's going to need to be cut down. But other than that, we're all set in terms of connectors. They all match up size-wise. So the only one we have to cut is J4. Okay, so let's actually start on J4 here. So let me move the camera there a little bit. And I've got chairs and tripods here, so you can bear with me. So let's start out with this. So how are we going to do this? And I want to be able to see what you guys are seeing. So, and the camera is not cooperating in that manner. I think if I turn it this way, there we go, I can see it like that. Perfect. I want to make sure that I can keep that camera in the right place. Alright, so let's zoom in a little bit there. Alright, so here's J4, and we've got the connector here. Now what's considered bad about these connectors is that they were, I can't remember what they're called now. Basically they pierce the wire. So you just lay the wire in. Now let me take this cover off. This cover does absolutely nothing except for maybe prevent the wires from popping off later on. But you see here, this little plastic cover here is kind of like a little protector. Some of them don't even have it on it. And then if you look at it, these wires, like for example this one here, it's just, let me make sure I get this right before I start messing it up. Okay, so this goes like this. So we're going to start on, what we're going to do is we're going to start on pin 19 because pin 19 actually is occupied, and this one, pin 1, is not. So we're going to start on the 19 side. I think that'll be easier on us. So you see the key here. So we're going to have to carry, one thing we have to do is we're going to salvage this key from this connector. We're going to take all these wires one by one and we're going to crimp on a new connector. So let's just start with pin 19, which looks like a ground wire. So let me show you how this is, right? So you've got the wire in here, and there's just like blades that cut into the wire. So I can actually pull it right out of the connector. So now I've pulled it out, and you see right here, let's zoom in on this. Alright, so see right there, you see the wire, and it's kind of digitized now looking, but I don't want to move the camera. You can see the wire is actually, oh, right there has been ripped open, the insulation by the connector, and it made contact. It just doesn't make a very good contact. So we're replacing it with ones that use regular, these are not trifluorocon ones, which have the three-sided. These are just standard one-sided Molex connectors. So let's start with, get one out of the little baggy, oh, zoom out, you don't need to have it zoomed in like that. So we get one out of this little baggie right here. Okay. And this is what takes so long. So you get one little connector out of the baggie. I'm going to set it down. The next thing we need to do is we need to trim this wire, take off that end that's been ripped up. And I'm using, these are my old-fashioned Radio Shack wire strippers I've had forever. I've got, you know, these kind of wire strippers. I've got these kind of wire strippers, which are great when you don't really care of what you're doing because you're just like, rah. But if you don't have a lot of extra wire, to work with, you really want to be a little bit more careful with it, because we're on the end of this wire. So, oh, what gauge is this wire? Let's just start. It's definitely not 18 gauge, but let's start at 18. Yeah. Well, it worked for stripping it. All right, so we stripped the wire. Okay, the next step, and this is, I wish I had the better crimpers for this, but these are not the ratcheting ones, whatever kind they are. So you've got this crimper tool right here. And basically, I'm going to take this, I'm going to put it into, that's the larger one. Okay, we're going to put it into the B slot. Let me zoom out so you can see me. Alright. So, I'm going to put this into this B slot like this. Alright, so now it's all set to crimp. Alright, so right there. It's sitting in there. If you can you see it? Alright, so once I put the wire in there, I'm going to squish it. And it's going to fold those wires over, like butterfly them over. So all I do is I take this wire. Do I have this long enough for my taste? I think so. Alright, so now I've crimped that on right there. Alright, so zoom in on that. Right there. So there's one done. Now I just need to do it to the rest of them. And that's what I'm going to do now, but I'm going to stop recording to spare you guys. Okay, I'm back, and I have a little bit to talk about here with this board. I did do the connectors up here over, and remember I did these over as well, and I did the two connectors on the Vidiot board as well. Back when I got this 9 years ago, I did some testing on it, and I thought when you turn this game on, this test LED will flash, and the number of flashes tells you what's wrong with it. Well, I thought that it was flashing 10 times, which means that everything's okay. But it was I recorded it with my phone now because it flashes so fast. I'm going to show you what I mean here. Let me zoom in on that light. Where is it? Okay, to the left. Alright, so here's the LED right here. Now when I turn this on, it's going to flash as it boots up. It's going to flash at a different rate as it does each test. And just watch it. I swear it looked like it was doing it 10 times, but it's actually doing it 9. One, two, three, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. See, so I see 9. I'm counting 9. So that basically means that there's something wrong with the video memory on this board. Or it could be the Texas Instrument chip you see right there. That's a Tighe chip right there. And then there's 8 RAM chips here. And I pulled them and reseated them, and it hasn't fixed them. Mark Spaeth was kind enough to give me these chips here, a whole sleeve of brand new ones, as well as ones that he's pulled from something else that have been modified, because these are not the original chip, but a newer replacement here, and they've got the pin 8 and 9 are soldered together to make it act like the original chip in there, because they're a similar chip, but not exactly the same pin out. So I'm going to replace these chips and see what happens. Alright, so can we do this with you guys seeing? Now, I don't know if these are all, these ones have been already modified, if they're 100%. Let me move this camera over a little bit. Let's see, flip it around, turn it like this. Alright, let's zoom out. Woo! Just so you can see me swapping out these chips. Oh, it's down there, there's a Vidiot. Alright, let's get this down into place. Oops, I don't know if I can. Let's wait. Alright. I hear fireworks. Okay, had to step away for a moment. So let's try the ones that have already been modified here. So I'm gonna pop out this one. And this one I kind of have the inkling that this might be the one that's bad, because I switched these around. Let's just try one first. Okay, so I've tried a bunch of combinations on this with the different RAM chips in there. I'm moving on to this TMS 9918 that's inside here in U16, right there. I'm gonna pull one out of a ColecoVision now, right over here. This guy here, I'm going to pull him apart. I've got a bunch of ColecoVisions in a bin, and I'm going to desolder the chip out of this, and I'm going to put it inside of Baby Pac-Man and see what happens. If you see right there, it says manufactured by Coleco Industries, Amsterdam, New York, made in the USA. It's right next to my house. This bad boy was made 20 minutes from my house. Obviously the chips in it weren't. But it was just, you know. Alright, so let's go down here. We still have a screw holding it together. There's one right there that did I not loosen this one? One's out. Oh yeah, Colecos are a pain. This whole front bezel is a pain in the butt. Let's take the screws out first. This workbench is a nightmare right now. I've got 5 projects at once. How do I release this again? It's been a while since I've taken one apart. Oh, dust. These are these yard sale ones. I look like that's still grabbing on there. Seems like I could try it. There you go. There we go. All right. It's ridiculous. And this is only going to be a temporary swap because I actually have one of these chips coming in the mail. But I want to get down to it. So let's see if we can find this chip in here anyways. I don't see it. Is this it right here with the heatsink on it? It must be. Which makes sense because on Baby Pac-Man it does not have a heatsink, and they say that's a frequent problem with it. So let's pull this out. But I also don't see the Z80 in here, unless this NEC chip is the Z80. Okay, there's one screw. And this doesn't have anything. I've taken one of these apart. Okay, so that, am I missing a screw? Yes. Let's move this stuff out of the way. So I should just probably look up what a U9, what U9 is on a ColecoVision. Ah, this thing is filthy. That's what I'm gonna do. Okay, so let's see here. Can we see these? There we go. So I was taking a look at online schematics. They all use like different. They're saying like U1 is the actual Tighe chip. It's not. U1 is right here. This is a D780C, which is a Z80 by NEC. So there's only one other chip that can be the Tighe chip that's on this thing. So it's this one right here. It's U9. So I'm going to desolder this, and this is all machine soldered. So this is going to be a nightmare, I think, a little bit here. Let's see how well this goes with this thing. Alright. Right here. It's going pretty good. I could use my hot air probably, but this is actually going... You know why? It's probably because it's lead-based solder. Best stuff on earth. This actually might turn out really well because this has a built-in heatsink on it. People have been adding clip-on heat sinks to them, but since I don't remember the name of the chip. It's a TI 9981, something like that, 9984. What I'll probably do is put a socket on this if there's enough clearance, so I can pop the chip back in if I want, or another chip. Not that I'm using this particular ColecoVision, but it seems a shame to just leave it inoperable since it was such a great little console. It's one side. Try doing this to a Nintendo board. Solder will not come off. Right here. Still a little bit of solder, so I don't know how well this is going to come out. I'm going to finish this up. Get back when it's done. Okay, there it is. Although I'm pretty sure I probably murdered this chip trying to get it out of the socket. This had solder on both the top and the bottom, and I had used my air station, but I think that was just too much. I got that chip way too hot, I think. I'm going to let it cool down. I'll give it a try, see what happens. The funny thing is, as I was prying it out, I put enough torsion on it that actually made the heatsink pop off. So, but at least I was able to confirm that it was the right chip. It's a TMS 9928A, and it has the N on the end. The other one is a 9928A, and I think it is an L, but I don't think that matters in this case. Looks like it was manufactured in January of '83. The other one was 81 or 82, so this one's a slightly newer chip, but other than that, it looks like it's the same chip. So I'm going to stick it in there and see what happens. How hot is it now? It's hot, but not, you know, super hot. Yeah, I'm going to straighten these pins up, clean them up a little bit, and see what happens. Okay, so I've put the ColecoVision Tighe 92881, whatever, 9928 in here. Let's see what happens. Could kill it. Even worse. Let's see what happens. One. Oh, we got another flash at the end. Did you see that extra flash? Oh, let's see what happens. Oh my God, it's Baby Pac-Man. ColecoVision. Oh! Oh! That's so awesome. Oh my gosh. Let's give her credit. Oh my gosh, this is so awesome. Obviously this monitor needs some work. Oh. Here we go to the pinball field. Oh, and the flippers do not work. No flipperage, so now we at least know that we need to do... Okay, so we have some flipper work to do here. We have monitor work and flipper work. Oh, man, this game is sickly hard. These ghosts are so smart. And we have kids screaming upstairs. Oh. Last game. Let's try the Playfield again. Yeah, so no flippers. We need to fix those flippers. Those tunnels are so long. Game over. Okay. Oh, well, look at that. That's pretty awesome. So the ColecoVision chip fixed it. But let's, I don't want to run this too long because it's going to get hot. In fact, let's see what temperature this thing is right now. Alright. Switch to Fahrenheit. It's like saying it's, damn, these lights are terrible. Oops. $120, that's not too hot. Alright, that's doing pretty good actually. But we're going to put that heat sink on this thing. Let's go around one more time, take a look at it again. Alright, that's pretty awesome. Yeah, so I need to get those flippers working. So those flippers definitely need some work. There's something wrong with them. They could just be not connected, I'm not sure. We'll take a look. But yeah, that's pretty sweet. Huh. Let's see if I get really close. Does it look? So I have the screen turned up. I'm gonna turn that down. Let's see here. And I'm gonna use a regular screwdriver. This is dumb. Don't do this. All right. I'm gonna cap this monitor anyways, but yeah, it looks a little bit better. Let's turn it down a little bit more. That's good. Okay, so I got the marquee and the bezel out. I will say that it was a little bit confusing how to take this bezel out. So for any of you guys trying to do this later on, take this metal bracket out here with their 2 security bits, take the bezel, the marquee out, and then you just have someone stay on the other side while you push at this top part, and it should just flip out. Oh, you got to release the 2 little releases. There's metal releases on either side too. So that's it. I'm taking this monitor out and I'm going to be capping it now. Okay, so I've got the chassis out. This is a K4900, K4800, whichever you want to call it. Got the Bob Roberts cap kit. I've had this for many years. So I'm just going to do this. It shouldn't take too long. There's only a few caps. And I'm not going to record all this. Just going to do it. Actually, I'm going to record a little bit more of this because I just did 1 cap on this. And I have to say, this K4900 is really a dream to work on. It's so easy to look at. It's got the it's labeled on top and the bottom, and the soldering is just great on it. So I see why Buffett loves this board. So we did 352. Let's do 354, which is right here. I can easily see 354 right here, right from the bottom. On the bottom side, it's labeled correctly in both places. So there's that one. Where did I set the old one? The other one I just did. There it is. Alright. So it's a 4725 volt. I'm trying to speed cap this monitor here. I'm wondering if I have a flyback for this thing too. Don't think it needs it though. Alright. So always make sure you clip these and hold on to them because they will stick. Gotta be careful. Right in the garbage. Go on the top so I know I've done it. Okay, so this is either C3 or C6, I can't read C1, C1, C3, C5. Top, right here. And 16 volts, 3 there. Okay, so. Oh, there's sometimes. 3 here. Way fast, so quick. It's money. Three and 366. 3 is 250. Just side negative. Okay. 250. 250. Okay. 250. Alright. Sorry, I'm there. Come in. Come off. Good. This here. Now let's do 366. In here. Let me look at it. 366. C351. It's obviously okay. One, carry it. There you go. That's not good. C205. Okay. I'm just looking for something size. 16, 47. That's right, okay. Let's see here what it looks. Here
see it? Get ready, 3. Almost ready to go. So 3. Cover it, and then mark it done. Okay, 313. It's in here. 160. Negative from left. Just take it out. He's not so bad. 47. Yes, our 4 ohms. This 47 is probably fine. 313. 47, 47, 160. Right. 50. The calculator. Oh, no leaks. Waiting. Game. That's a game. It's right now. That was 313. There's no caps on the that one. 310. It is. Right, that's it. Okay. No problem there. It's 1050. And our third cables. 150. 150. The other one comes in. 150. Stay over here. So. 310. 10. 160. Okay. 10 50. 10 50. 10 no. So that's about the old obviously. 10. So not a lot of that there. That's 350. We got an extra 22. And then it's also 380. Oh, what's the rate? 350. The small good. It's the small here. So this is what. It's here after. I got it. So it must be over here. There, that. All caps are important again. Deposit on top. Welded joints. Solder this. First, let's bring this on here. Let's take 760. 760. Wait. Some wait, special details. White wash models. Okay. C71. That's 1,025 volts. Negative on top. Let's get negatives. 25,000. Yep. Okay. It's not really testing the same. Just whatever. Just same. Works. There we go. Here. Right there. Good. Alright, what's that now? 315, 315. Let's see. 315. That way, inspect. This is a 51 or 1 variables. Look at this. Okay. 15 is on. I get 7 2. I think 7 2. Yeah, it's 7 2. Wait, 7 1. Oh, what's forward? What's the 9? Yeah, it's 7 1. 5 0 6. 6 22. 5 6. I have 10. 250. So I can do 7 2. No, you're not. 7 2. I can do 5 6. Oh. 5 6. Please. Line 72. Should be on order. Yeah, okay. It's right there. It's like negative. It's in the screen. It's down one night. This first. $10 100. $50. Goes right now. Okay. Let's not have it. Take a look at C366. Why would bottom C366? It is a 25 volt. 22 ohm. 22 ohm, 22. Let's just zero to this. Okay. That's it. That's the cap. Take long. That's the board. We need to connect directly to the wire. And yeah, connect to that. Okay, red drive. Where's the stutter? Okay. Let's see if I have to find that before I finish stuff. Okay, I do.
You ready?
Yes.
Get the bolts, they're right there. And the nut driver.
The brown
The brown handled one, yes.
one.
You ready?
Yes.
That way. Just get it started. Alright, hold on a second. Okay, now do this side. Oh, okay, I think you got enough to there, so go around the other side and do that. Try to use as much room as possible. Also, make sure you're holding it from the bottom. Alright, there should go right in now. It's a funny position. Might be a better position to try handle it. You got it in? There we go. That's a million times easier than doing it by yourself.
Remember when we didn't know that those were there screws holding it?
Yes. So now, before I put all the other stuff in, we're going to test it out. Don't waste time. Hopefully I did it all right. All right, power cord, powering. Video cable's videoing. All right. Go ahead, I got my adjustment tool here. And can we see the screen? Yes, we can. Whoop, what happened? Oh, my one wheel's locked up. There you go. Let's see what happens. Oh, haha. Look at it. Here we go. Alright, we got some, looks like we're losing colors there. Maybe it's just the drives. Color bar test. It's a communications test. So. It looks worse. Let's see here. Let's get rid of this rolling first. Oh, yeah, green. This is gonna do. Oh. Oh, just a little red though. Alright, so now we got it locked, but we're missing colors. Oh, actually, you know, I should check. Was it green? White, yellow, cyan, green. Showing up as green. you guys off by pen. Nope, still. Anything changing when I do that?
The colors aren't changing, but the screen is pulsing dark and light. Two of the stripes.
With that.
Same thing, getting darker and lighter.
Where's the lighter? Is that lighter?
Less black. There, now it's bright. Still,
What?
I hear the call of the wild.
When I press the stop record button on that?
Is it on the back?
What's that? Yeah, it's on the back. Right there, yep. Okay, looks like it's working pretty good now. I just need to adjust some of the pots on the board, on the neck board and the and on the Vidiot board to get the color closer decent to what it's supposed to be. Could be a little bit brighter, I think. I'm going to turn up the screen. Matter of fact, why don't I do that right now? Here so I can see what I'm doing. I don't really want to turn it more. Maybe I'll leave it right about there. No, actually down a little bit. Maybe. Yeah, it's pretty good like that. Once it warms up, it looks good. Okay, so there's still a few things left to do on this. The monitor looks good enough for my satisfaction right now. I might go back and revisit it, but I don't think it really needs anything. It's pretty tight here. What's this? Oh, the Playfield is got some lights out on it. It's actually pretty good in shape. The thing I need to do is I need new rubbers here. I really need new flipper rubbers. This one here is like completely worn out. Oh, it just broke. So those all need to be replaced. I have 2 new switches for here. I haven't installed them yet. But otherwise, that's pretty good. The left flipper is super duper weak right now. Let's start up a game. And this switch was working until I cleaned it. So just start 2-player game. So can you see the game? So you can see the game looks pretty decent. So we're going to go down into the Playfield. I've got the ball here. Everything's working pretty good though. I mean, this flipper is working great. It's actually a newer flipper here, so. So, anyway, so it's working good. It's just that it. The Playfield, you can eat it. That's it. So I'm just going to turn it off. Actually, you know what I'll do? What should I do? Let's let it play. But you can see it looks pretty good. Let me take off the tripod here. Get a little closer here. See, the monitor looks pretty darn good. It still has some little tiny bit, but I think that most of them, I think this is just the way it looks with the Vidiot. I have a suspicion that the Vidiot actually does not put RG, but does essentially S video, and then it's converted through a chroma decoder. So there you go. So still more to do, but done for now. Okay, so I got in the mail yesterday the rest of the stuff I need to finish up Baby Pac-Man. I got a set of new rubbers, and I've got light bulbs. Some things I got that I don't really need now. There is a end of throw switch there. These I need though. Those are the little caps to go on to hold the Playfield pieces down. And I got an extra rubber ring from Mike Martin. Real thank you to that, because he was telling me that without that, the ball get trapped up behind the drop targets there. So it's good to have two, he said. So he sent me an extra one of those. My wife's going crazy upstairs. Okay, so what we're going to do is first thing we're going to do is we're going to put all the new rubber into the game here. So let's get that set up. So let's start with the rubber on this. So I'm going to take these caps off here. While I'm here, I'm going to put a little deoxit on those. Let's see here. I'm going to hold on to these, though. I'm not going to reuse them unless I need to. Take off that rubber ring. You can see this was one of the only ones that was left. Let me turn this around so I can see it a little better. Yes, this is one of the ones that was left. The other one was already gone. Alright, let me get my deoxit. Right. Right. Can I pull these bulbs out from the top? Yeah, I can. Okay, so that's cleaned off. So let's start with the rubber. Okay, so they give you a little map here to tell you where to put them, because I wouldn't know because everything's missing. I just have to guess in this case. And to be honest with you, it doesn't even... Let's just see what we have here. Was that the one that was sitting here?
Yes.
Okay.
Sorry.
No, it's fine. I just want to keep track of what length that was. Yeah, so if you order one of these kits from Marco, one thing I learned is that you don't get the little star post pieces that go with it. The little things that, these little rubber pieces, they just don't give them to you. The one thing I think is interesting about Baby Pac-Man, and maybe more pinball machines are like this, but it doesn't have a slingshot. The slingshot is not powered at all by solenoid, where others are. I should put the bulbs in first. Alright. Lots of noise upstairs. Now for now, I'm just using regular incandescent bulbs in here. I may put some LEDs in here, but I want to get everything working first and decide. You know, they have kits that are like $70 for a full LED kit for this game. I just don't know what's included in it. It doesn't really say. But let's just get these in here. Alright, so that's done. It's not activating, okay. So 2.5 inches well. Yep. Okay, that was done. Let me just put these back on. Okay. Unless these are new. See, I don't think I got enough of these, so we'll see. I'll probably have to reuse some, but here, these are more visible, so I'm going to use these. Use new ones on these. I haven't cleaned these plastics up like really thoroughly like some people do. I may go back and do that. I just want to get. I really just want to go play this game right now. Holy cow! It's a lot of noise upstairs.
Well, there's a lot of kids upstairs.
Yeah. Okay, so there we go. That one's back on. And if we want, we can even just, you know, power on and give it a good test. Okay, those are lighting up nicely. That's just when you first start up the first time. Okay, so those are lighting up. You can see kind of like this does need some cleaning up. Much more noticeable now that the lights are all replaced in that. I don't think I got enough light bulbs either. I think I got more light bulbs out than I bought. We'll see. Let's see here. I'm taking a look. Alright, so there's one there and one there. One there. Those are all working. Any more that are out? No, I think we're good on the playfield from the top side. Alright. So then, let's go with this one next. So you know what? Let's unplug this now. Hey, it's me! You guys even see what I'm doing? Probably not. It's a little dark. One more light down here. Okay. So not there. This one's got screws. I don't know if I need to take those out. So, we can find what is this? Some weird piece of metal. It looks like almost like broken ground strap. Alright. Let's get these off. Now it's interesting, these are not red. The replacements they sent are red. I don't know what was original, but I guess we're using red here. Okay. There's one. So that's on. What's next? Oh, we took this off. Right here. Let's do these.
It just disintegrates. Can you see that? You can't see that at all, so I'll show you. So right here, this one here, let's take it off. It just disintegrated and it's all kind of stuck in the star post. Let's do this one, see what happens. Yep, same thing. Alright. There's that one, and let's undo these. Might do some screws too. Gotta pull Playfield out to do that, so we'll just hold off on doing that right away. Let's get those posts in. We'll wipe down the Playfield. Alright. I always spin this the wrong way. Okay. Wipe off these star posts. I'm not going to worry about this rubber that's stuck in there because you won't see it once the new rubber's there. That seems like it's the wrong size. Let's see what happens. They gave me the wrong size. Oh no, you're there. There we go. There's that one, and then we need the little ones for the single star posts. And there's like a whole bunch here that I don't even see. I'm like, where do these go? There's that one. That one. Alright, so I'm just looking at this and I'm like, where did I got all these here? I got two little ones. Which I have no idea where it goes. Can I figure this out? Well, let's get this other part out. I'm going to hold off on putting the pieces back on because I don't know. No, I see. This one's got to go here. This must have just completely broken off. Same. Well, no, they would never hit that anyways. Yeah, those are, well, maybe when the ball goes in here. Hi! Just taking out these screws. Ever since having that hand surgery, my hands are, I don't trust them to not drop things. Now my plastics are a little deformed, they're not huge like other people's are. I know they put them in the oven to kind of flatten them out. I don't know if I need to do that. Let's just loosen them here. Just loosen these up. I'm going to take them all away. Going to anyways. Oh, there's ball lights back here. Lots of them. Okay. I should probably check and see if those are working. Alright, so I need to probably take this piece off. This need to come out. Slide this back in for now. And just see what happens when we power it on again. Yeah, we got this side's all working. That side's got the back three out. Let's just show you what I'm talking about here. All right, so on this side, these are all lit. On this side, the back three are out. So we need to replace those. Okay, let's get to that. Just do these right here. throw these right in the trash. It's funny, these bulbs are so cheap, and I should have bought like 4 times as much, because I thought I'll be fine with 50. Rubber here. 1 bulb left in here. Okay. Let's see. Let's go into the actual bulb test since we're here. Okay, so let's just count what's out. So 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3. That one's working. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. That one's. I put in a dull one. 11 and 12. I don't like these. These are not very bright at all. I'm good. I'm good for bulbs, I think. All right, so let's pull Playfield out again. Size nut driver. I've never set the nut driver, but this will. No, that's not the right one. This will work fine. Careful there. Alright, since I'm here, I'll take that out. Okay. Now, what does it say to use at the top? B. 1.5 inch diameter. So it's going to be a little 2 inch. I have so many rubber pieces here, I don't even know where they go. Okay, so Mike put 2 in on this thing. There's the 1. Let's push it down. Alright, and then another one on top. There. He says that'll keep it from getting stuck up in there. Yeah, I'm really curious. I've got these extra pieces of rubber here, and they don't look like they go anywhere. Let's see. Yeah, there's like nothing that says 2 inch. Apparently they just gave me extra. Let's see. This really sucks. This guide sucks. like that was someone trying to repair that. This doesn't look like it's the right piece. I guess it is. It's all messed up. That's weird. Somebody did something weird here. I'm just in a bad position to do this. It's got like a piece of fiberglass something jammed in there. There you go. Let's knock this out. There you go. Okay, so put the plastics back in. I kind of skipped a little bit there. Definitely want to kind of clean these up a little bit more. They don't look so great. Not terrible, just they could look better. Let's just start up a game here. See how it plays. Plays a lot better now.
Show me how you
Go in the
jump.
lamp test again.
Can you jump?
So we need to replace the two A's in Pac-Man on the and the Energizer. Let's do this column first. Okay, and then the last, we can just do the last three here in man. So A, 2, and the man. Okay. Gussie, cut it out. Cut it out. You're going to break my camera. Oh, I did it again. I dropped a ball down and said, okay, so. There we go. Yeah, these are kind of a pain in the butt to do. I hate doing these things. People just take the screw out? What do they do? Let's see. This seems more dangerous than just bending it. I'm gonna lose this screw, totally lose this screw. So I got the screw. It doesn't make it any easier. But it's still held in place. Okay, so there's that bulb is bad. Doesn't look bad, but so I think taking that screw out didn't really make any difference. And all I'm going to do is have a hard time getting it back in. Ooh, that was lucky. That one's back in place. So then there was the P-A-C-M-A. This A is bad. Oh, I can tell you why. Because this case looks like a broken wire. Where'd that wire go, though? Where's that wire go?
What that dog? Take it to where you go. Take it where you go. Take it where you go.
So that wire probably goes here. Yeah, looks like that's broken right there. Well, this is going to be interesting. I'm going to be soldering. Alright, let's get this in some kind of position to do it. Yuck. Okay, so we're going to strip this wire here. First cut the end off. Okay, and that came from here, it looked like. This looks like this is going to break right off too. So let's just, yeah, it did. So let's cut that off too. And let's strip this. Next thing, we just gotta get an iron in here. This old stuff off. This is going to be interesting. Send me a picture of me, what I'm doing right now. What are you doing, Angus? This wire's not getting hot. Alright, so that's soldered. I don't remember what's blown up. Some A and the Energizer, which makes perfect sense if this wire was broken, that the bulb itself is not bad. Let's put this back down now and test it out. Hopefully I didn't do a bad thing here soldering those into place. No, he's fine. It's loud. It's loud Kiddington. So that's in place. Let's see what happens. Gussie, stay away from that black glass. The glass. Lamp test. So they're still not lighting, but that just could be that they're bad. So let's we need to pull the 2, and the MAN. Oh, what I just do that? Okay, that just snaps out. That bulb actually looks good. So we might actually just have a bad wiring here. See, I think I'm doing this all the wrong way. But I'm just doing it. See, that it just pops out of here. Oh, I see. Oh boy, I wrecked this. Take a look.
So you didn't know you weren't straight.
Ow! Damn it. Alright. Well, we got it back in. No, these bulbs look fine. Damn it. probably how you're supposed to take it out. You're probably supposed to go like this, and then pull the bulb. Let's see. This one's working. Let's just see where we are now. So much noise! Alright. Oh, I lost the ball again, didn't I? Yeah, whatever. Let's just hope they didn't land on something not supposed to. Yeah, those aren't lighting up. Let's see. Okay, let's take a look at this wire again. Let's use the meter, I think. So this wire goes down. Let's go off from the harness. There. Okay, so there's a lamp test. Let's put it onto 20 volts DC. And there's the ground frame. I'm getting 9 volts there. Let's see what we're getting here. That's different. Let's do it on this ground. It's hard to measure with this auto ranging meter. So is it the diode that's bad? Let's move on. Let's get these done here. That one was unplugged from there. If that makes any difference. I don't know if that actually connects to anything. Not sure. Ah, stupid hands. Ah! I have nerve damage in my hands, so I have this lack of fine motor skills in this kind of thing. see what happens. Okay, those are all lighting up, which is great. This one is not. I'm not sure why. Turn off of those bulbs. So I need to replace these three here. That was hard. Ah. I can't believe I just did that. That was amazing. Alright. Okay, let's turn around again. These lights are so dim. Huh. Like those. I don't like how dim they are there. Oh wait, no, they're not dim, it's reflection. Okay. Let's see what else here needs this one here is really dull. That's because I put in an automotive bulb in there. Oh. Well, now I know at least that's not the part that keeps it running. Let's see what else here needs to be changed. This one here. Those are lighting up. That's why it's dim, because just because of the way they're positioned. Alright, let's put it back down. I'm not sure I'm going to get this to work again. It isn't. I'm getting power. Maybe it's just the outlet. Could be. Okay. I'm gonna power this off. Yeah, I think it's a diode. I should be measuring on the other side of this diode, basically. Let's put this back here. So it should be continuity. Good continuity mode. It's like if I touch here. Nothing. I think this diode is blown right here. I don't know. It's in diode mode. Let's see, let's just try the same thing on one of these. No, see, it's not enough. Okay, so I'm not sure what's wrong with this. I think it's probably the Xenier diodes that are in here. Like there's one... Oh, where am I? Let's point at it. And I can find my finger. So I think that this one's bad, and then the one that I took... Where am I? This one here I took out, and I've actually got a instead of a Xenier diode, I got a silicon diode. Is what I have, and I'm like, that's probably a bad idea. But then I look here, and I see. Let's see, where are you? Right there. Someone's put a Xenier regular silicon diode in place. So let's give it a try. All I can do is just ruin this whole game. You know, what's the big deal? It's a big deal. Let's just see what happens. So I've got it isolated here. Here's the diode, and it's clipped on. Let's just see what happens. Okay. I don't see anything happening. Okay guys, I don't know if I stopped recording or what there, but I actually had recorded a little bit. I found that the two lights that weren't working were related to a diode that's out. I think they're diodes that are out. Let's just go real quickly. So you've got these two lights that are out. Everything else is working now, light-wise, so I'm not going to sweat those two lights right now. It's enough to play. But yeah, I definitely need to get those working again. But let's give it a little play. Let's get out of this menu. I still need to put a new battery in this thing too. Okay. Let's actually put the pinball apart. That's what I'm here trying to do. Come on, eat me. This game feels so slow. I think I need to tilt it more. Oh, let them eat me. Dang. I think the ghosts are more aggressive, but you can kind of herd them in a way. Oh. That's awesome. don't want to go. I don't want to do this. Secure trouble now. Oh man, they're faster than me. That's game over. All right. So yeah, still a few things left to do on this. So we still have to put is the N out on the column 3? It is, or is it? Oh, lamp test again. It is out, so I have to change that bulb too. All right, let's unplug it. Okay, so it's like, I don't know, a day or two later, and I just want to kind of give you an update of what I've done so far. First thing is I've gotten all the lights of this game working except for 2 of them. Let's get this thing on. I'm going to get to these things right here. Okay, so let's just step back. Oh, I'm recording my own address. Awesome. Let's just start over again. Okay, so it's a few days later, and I've done a bunch of things. You'll notice that it looks like all the lights are working except for 2. That's the A and the 2 in this in the Playfield here on the second column for the second Energizer. So that I need to fix. Plus, I don't know if it's fixed itself with the deoxit I put on, but my right flipper here is now fluttering up and down when I activate it. I waxed the Playfield, cleaned up the plastic somewhat. Let's see what else I did. Oh, and I put in a remote battery holder, and I'll show you how I did that. But let's just kind of let me show you what's happening now. So it was working great. I'm going the maze here. Okay, so capture the ball here. See this right here. I gotta fix that. So basically, I gotta figure out what's going on there. It's probably the end of throw switch or the coil's bad. I have an extra coil that I was gonna use on the left side, but that's actually the one that's working fine now. So this is fun though. I think that's end of throw. I think I just need to adjust it. So I gotta fix that. So we gotta fix this, and we gotta fix those 2 lights. Now for that, I got some things here. So I bought a bunch of diodes. These are 1N4004s. I already had some of these, but it's always good to have extras. So what these are needed for is the diodes on the matrix here, the light matrix. I think some of them are bad. I'm not 100% sure. It looked like it was getting the right voltage to it. So I'm going to swap out the 2 diodes on the A and the 2. But again, they actually share a line. They're a pair. So it might be further up in the SCR, which is the what is it? Silicon. So I can't remember what SCR stands for. But anyways, I've got well, it probably says it in this here. Silicon controlled rectifier right here. So I got 2 equivalents of that. They're NTE ones. So I need to put one of those in, replace that. Why don't I show you what I've done with the remote battery holder. Actually, you know what we're going to do is we're going to look at the switch again. Let's do that. Okay. Because I was down here messing with things, so maybe just that I messed with it a little too much. Alright, so let's pull this out. We want to take the ball out first. So we can have a broken wire. What's going on here? Where's it go? Okay, so let's just look at our wires here first. Okay, these look good here. Are those broken? Oh, that looks a little flaky right there, doesn't it? Oh, look at that. This isn't even soldered. Let me show you that. There's my problem. Take this out of here. I didn't even see this. It's so funny because this one here, the high power I think that's the high power one, was broken. But look at this. This wire here, it's just wrapped around. Just wrapped around. Ooh, wait, again, I'm not getting it. Whee! That's how somebody fixed it. So I'm gonna need to solder that back on. I'm going to solder that back on now. Okay, so we've got the wire here we need to resolder on. This is just, people are just crazy, I think. They lose their minds. Alright, so how much play do we, okay, we can cut this. I'm gonna trim this off. Turn this around so I can actually see what I'm doing here on the, alright, so okay, so I got this wire trimmed. Now I'm going to strip it. We got stripped. Let's get a little twist here. Tin the end here. Can you see that? Yeah, you can see it. Great. First. And then we'll put a little fresh solder on here. The diode is just barely on there. Okay. Okay, so we're going to do this in a weird way here. Left-handed soldering. There we go. This is not always smart. Can't do it. There you go. Okay, so that's soldered. Now we're going to put this back down. I'm going to test the Playfield out and see if this fixed the issue with the flipper. Alright, so let's do that. Zoom out. Alright. Put the camera back. Oops, pop that off. Ball back in. Let's turn it back on and see what happens. Still think I need to adjust the monitor a little bit here. More of these yellow glasses, and they kind of screw up my vision a little bit. My color perception. No, still doing it. So, let's take a look at it again. Alright, I was hoping that would have been the problem, but I guess not. Okay. A closer inspection at this. Those wires look okay. Happens. Let's check my meter. Where did I set my meter? Ah, weird place to put it, but there it is. Okay, so there should be here. It's continuity. Okay, so then here, let's just see what happens. So let's look at this. That wire looks okay there. This one looks okay. So our wiring looks okay. Let's just adjust it a little bit. Let's take a look at the solenoid itself. Oh, it's the wrong size. I was hoping it was the right size. Maybe it is, but I just... Alright. So what we're going to do is we're going to measure some continuity here. Actually, resistance. Okay, so I'm looking at this, and we have the common is the center, and where is it? All right, so no, this is the plus 43 volts. Here's the ground right here. So what we want to do is measure the ohms resistance here to here, 1 to 2 and 1 to 3. So let's do that first on the good one. Well, supposedly good one. I should probably do it on this one. Let's see here. Resistance. Okay. So I'm going to measure this resistance here between, I think which one's 1, which one's 3. Okay, so this is this one here. That one. .4, 0.5 ohms resistance, and then here .5 ohms resistance. Let me try that again. Yeah, 0.4. So let's take a look at this one. Now, granted, that had a wire, had the was in circuit. Getting a 300 ohms resistance. Ohms resistance. So this one's giving me 300 ohms resistance on all the pins, but that's because it's not in circuit. So let's just sucks. This is 1. Okay, I'm getting 3 ohms and 3 ohms. Now, I don't know. I don't really want to take it out of the circuit right now. Let's see what else here. What I find interesting is there's 2 different end of throw switches here. It's kind of interesting. Let's put it back together first and see what happens. Sometimes just moving it will help. Alright. Something isn't right there. Huh. There you go. So what I'm going to do, just as a test, is I'm going to put some tape between the end of throw switch, which should make it think that it's not at the end of throw. And if that is the issue, it should just stay up. I'm not sure. I'm not sure how it works, but I think that's what should happen. Maybe it does something else. So let's just get a piece of tape here. I'm not sure about this, but it's always fun to try. Just don't hold this hold the solenoid down too long. Will that stay? So now that switch is, well, let's just see what happens. Okay. I have no idea where I would just put the ball. There it is. See, still doing it. So, let's just try switching out the solenoid since we have one. Kind of a pain in the ass, but whatever. Go. Right. This is hideous. Ow. Let's trim this. Okay. No. Oh. Ooh. Careful there. Let that cool for a moment. And let's tin these leads. Now, I want to tell you that I have no experience doing this before, like in terms of working on pinball machines, but let's just see what happens. there's one done. Now this one I'd recently stripped, so I don't really want to cut this any shorter. I mean, I could just use more wire. This one's kind of short already. I'm just doing crappy solders right now. Is better than what's on here. Right. Okay, let's take that one out. Where I set the tool? Here it is. Funny because it looks like a newer coil. Solenoid. Coil? Solenoid? Then the one on the left. I don't think this is the problem. But let's give it a try. No, that was in backwards. Or at least, maybe. I'm not sure. I don't know. Is that right? Oh, no, I don't think so. There we go. Alright, get the screw in here, and then we'll solder that wire on and we'll see what happens. Basically, I'm just shotgun repairing here. I'm not going crazy with this. So get this wire in there too. This could be a pain. Alright, there's continuity there for now, just to test. What I want to do is actually just do a better job on that. It's in place. Let's see what happens. I have a distinct feeling it's going to start fluttering. Okay, here goes. Oh, guess it's the coil. Well, that's good news. Kind of bad news too, but whatever. New coil fixed it. So that's fixed. Alright. The next thing is to fix these two lights that are out. So, got the pack working, and that doesn't light up. Then we'll go to the next one. N lights up. I earned the Energizer. That's not lighting up. I had removed the battery from this pretty much right after I got it, because they can ruin these boards. And actually, I have it right here. Been holding on to it. Can you guys even see? Okay. So here's the original battery, which actually looks great. It didn't leak at all, so I could have probably left it in there. Who's to say when it was actually changed last? But there's right there. Oh, it says here. That's a date code. It was November 1988. So it's not exactly new. But here's the battery that I put in it. So basically, and this is on online, people have done this exact thing, so this is not something I invented. Alright, so this is just one of those Radio Shack 4-cell AA holders, and inside of it, it's got 3 AAAs in it, and then a diode going across, and that's I think that's a 1004 as well. Could be a 4004. Could be a 4003, but basically this just stops it from trying to charge the batteries, which would make them explode. And I put a really long lead on this because I didn't want it anywhere near the boards. It's excessively long, but also gave you the option of deciding where I'm going to put it afterwards. So get the screw back in here. Okay, so there it is, and I put some connectors so I can take this off. I want to plug something else into it, and I did them opposite polarity so I would get it right, even though the color's pretty obvious. So that's that. I'm just setting it down here in the base of the cabinet. So that's what I changed. Now, let's bring this camera down here. All right, so what I need to now do is, you'll see this is the lamp control board, and focus please. Okay, so in here, these are all the silicon controlled rectifiers, and I need to find the one that is for the lamps, and I think it even says it in the schematic, so I don't remember which one it was. It looks like someone's done some repairs here. They circled some of them. So basically what I need to do first is I want to check the wiring harness. You see it's still got these crappy wires on here. I should replace all these because that might be the problem, which I will do. Oh, look at here. What's going on here? That could be a problem right there. Well, that's not the right color. It's an orange wire. But I'm going to replace these connectors, and then I'm going to find the correct rectifier on this board, and I will replace it. And then after I do that, I'll check and see if that fixes the problem. Here's a little update here. I've got my meter set right now, and I'm going to touch this. And if you hear that beep, that means that the wire here is continuous all the way over to Q24 on the harness, and this is where the SCR is. So I'm pretty sure that this SCR is bad. I'm going to need to replace this on the board in order to get this to work, because this is plugged in, so I've eliminated the harness completely on this. So, I mean, not eliminated, I'm counting it in on it. So I'm going to swap out this SCR and see if that fixes it. Alright, we're down to the last repair that technically needs to be done to get this game working 100%. And what we need to do is we need to fix this lamp solenoid driver board. Right here at Q24, this SCR has gone bad based on what I'm testing on this. So we're going to pull this out, and I'm going to install a replacement part. Okay, so we got the lamp solenoid driver board combination board here out, and we're going to replace Q24 right here. And let's see my desoldering iron. Oh, switch on. Switch is on. Oh, I didn't plug it back in. So Q24. This is Q24. It's these pins right here. Let's see there, it's marked there, so I think they're pretty good. I'm not gonna, let's see, can I do this with my iron? My desoldering iron is not hot enough yet. Just pull this bad boy out. Alright. So, we've got it out. Let's test this out. All right. It says 2 diodes, which I think that's what that is. Looks like it's actually good. Let's put the new one in. Maybe there's something else wrong. These bags are difficult to open. Okay. Let's bend this the same way. This one says it's just a diode. Am I putting this in the wrong way? Let's try it again. It makes sense, a rectifier, right? What did I say to you? There it is. Test it again. It's the old one. That looks like the schematic, more like. Let's test this again. Alright, so it says I have no idea. So let's put this NTE one in and see what happens. Let's hold this one because it might not actually be bad. M2N560, 5060. Exactly what it said on the what you call it. But it's definitely testing differently. some pretty shady looking solder jobs here, I'll tell you that much. I'm going to touch that one up. That's a bad idea. I'm going to do it anyways. I want to get this so I don't have to trim the leads at all. There we go. Ugh. It's not going well. Let's try that again. That's over there. It looks like that trace is lifted right there. Let's see if there's continuity. So it starts here. And we got continuity. And then it's pin 9. This leg here. One, two, three, four, five, six. Did I change the wrong one? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Let's start over here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Alright, that's it right there. So there's continuity there. Oops. This is just ground. Where is it? So I suppose it could be one of these here, these resistors. R8. Let's show you, measure the resistance there. About 2,000. About the same, so I think that's fine. So I think we're good. If this part is a good replacement, then hopefully that fixes it. Could be the socket though. Okay, we got the board back in, plugged in. Let's give her a try. Looks like the lights are lighting up. Oh, there we go. Looks like we got it fixed. Lights up very strangely though. Alright, now it's fixed. Oh, I zoomed in. Okay, so all the lights are lit up on this game. The only thing left to do is, like, you know, basic little things here and there, but this is the main things. I think I might, you know, change the T-molding on this game. Okay, lamp test. There you go. All the lights are lighting up. Nothing's out. All right.